Hello everyone, happy Thursday and welcome to another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. We're here on Thursday, October 2nd, 2025, and today's construction is by Aidan DeShong, a regular contributor to the New York Times Daily Crossword. And, well, it's a Thursday, so we're expecting something weird and wacky, and look at there, we have some numbers in the black spaces of the grid. So that'll be fun. Let's dive right in for today's puzzle for Thursday, October 2nd. What do you got for us, Aidan? Let's see. That's so or that's so? I want to say like yeah or yeah. Maybe it's yeah. We'll find out. What are these numbers? They remind me of Minesweeper, but I don't think that's what's going on. Abbreviation that often follows a comma, maybe etc. Hardly anyone counts on this anymore. On this. Finger? Abacus? Shakespearean villain. This is usually Iago. I don't necessarily love the downs. Well, a sound from a puppy is a yip. A balance aid could be your ear. Or maybe there's something about the one there. What might come after many years? Ago, many years ago, like that in the phrase. Add, this might normally be ad hoc or ad hominem or something, but nothing I can think of in 4 letters. Again, not sure what the numbers are doing here. Interweave, entwine, maybe? Scrabble, rackful tiles. Half of a noted crime duo. Oh, I should know this. Not coming to me. Zip will be nil. What is this? How something distinctive appears. I want to guess that this will be a Y, which, oh, this is Bonnie and Clyde then, isn't it? The crime duo, okay. Leveled the playing field, say, probably mowed, as in mowed grass, like in a baseball field or football field. Are football fields actual grass? Soccer field? Huh, that's something to look into. Neighborhood in New York City or Los Angeles. Is there a Soho in each? Or a Cardinal's honorific? His Eminence? His... I'm going to guess Soho. How something distinctive appears. Don't know. What about these downs? Renowned house at Milan Fashion Week, probably Armani. Whoopsie daisy. What am I doing? There we go. Cousin of a Danish. Pastry or nationality? Belgian? No. I don't know. Match as subject and verb. Those would be said to agree. Biblical person who says, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Is this Cain from the Genesis story? Bone with a radial notch. I believe this is the ulna. Candy company known for its chocolate and butterscotch. Is this C's candy? I thought that was spelled with a C for some reason. To wine and dine is to regale. Any member of a band dubbed the President's Own, that's the U.S. Marine Band. I guess this is C's candy. Fight night sites are arenas. So far, all the clues seem to be going in properly, which concerns me. Cousin of a Danish, a bear claw, maybe? Okay, so here finally we're getting something. So I think this is supposed to be His Eminence. What happens if we put a rebus in here with M-I-N? Oops, not M-I-N, just M-I, I guess. Is that right? Oh, no. I want M-I-N-E, actually, is eminence. That's right. And this also would be ad hominem, like that. So what? Is this Minesweeper? What would this be? How something distinctive appears. Prominently, maybe NoHo, north of Houston, prominently. So this is the ear after all. So this is Minesweeper? Okay, so if these are the mines, so how Minesweeper works, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, is an old Windows game where you have mines and the numbers around the mines tell you how many mines are touching that cell. So this one over here is touching, diagonally, but touching one mine. This 2 here will be touching 2 mines. So presumably either this square or this square will be a mine. And given that these are also each touching 1 mine, I'm guessing it's going to be this one. So a shortage of a sort could be a famine, with the mine there satisfying all of these numbers. That's really cool. This is very cool. To feel 21 across, I think this is going to be to ale, and this is going to be to feel ill is to ale, I think. But what is this then? Selfish cry before an evil laugh. Mine, all mine. So are there 2 mines in this one? Among others, for short. Among others. Oh, et al. Right, sorry, my mind was lost there for a second. Spanish phone greeting, is this just allo, like A-L-O, allo? Part of a list at an awards show. Nominees? Nominees. But then, part of a list, so that's singular. A nominee is a part of a list, okay. Well-informed could be aware. Its hands might be near one of yours is a watch. The hands of a watch might be near one of your hands, depending on which wrist you wear it on. Job listing info, the wage, I guess, the salary. Biker's selection, not sure. 1 of 4 awarded to Bill Nye. I don't see it. Saturn Awards, maybe? Blank Summit, legendary women's basketball coach. I don't know. Crane's Place, maybe. Now, Crane is capitalized. Does that mean anything? I still don't know what that is. Where the film Argo is set. Maybe one of these things is wrong here. Watch, I'm pretty sure, is correct. Aware could be something else. Don't love it. Board meeting handout. An agenda, probably. Pin number, question mark, and pin isn't capitalized, so it's not like a personal identification number. What other kind of number could go on a pin? Crane's Place. Oh, an arcade, like the Crane game at an arcade. Okay. Where the film Argo is set. Wasn't it in... Oh, Tehran. Okay, I think that makes sense. Pin number 10, like an anniversary pin or something. Biker selection could be gear, maybe specifically motorbiker here. Not sure. Pat Summit, maybe? 1 of 4 awarded to Bill Nye. Maybe patents. Did he hold patents? Maybe. Out of the park, it's gone. Going, going, gone, you could say, of a home run. To erode. Eat away, maybe? To lift a finger, so to speak. Lift a finger, so to speak. To try, could be. Actress long. So it looks like there's going to be maybe a mine here. Maybe, although this could be Nia long as well. Polite refusal. Interesting to note that because the numbers in this mine game are all in the black squares, that all the mines are going to be adjacent to black squares. So like they won't be here, for instance. And we know that because this mine has satisfied both of these ones, that none of these highlighted squares surrounding these other black squares will be mines either. Which means that for this, the one that's immediately below where my cursor is now, it'll have to be here, here, or here. Sounds heard in on haunted houses. I think these are moans. Polite refusal. No, sir, maybe? This looks like it is going to be Nia long. On the horizon could be imminent with a mine there. Classic computer game whose players avoid hazardous items in a grid as suggested by this puzzle. So this is Minesweeper, and the revealer has a theme element to it, which is very fun also. The S in the acronym SCUBA is self. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, I believe is what that stands for. Pizza, for example, is an example of a pie. You'll live, you could say to someone very unempathetically. Christmas Eve is a day. Output of a social media algorithm is your feed. And like Malbec wine, Malbec is an example of a red wine. Discusses at length could be gets into. Features of some windows could be tints. Austin's summer hours is Eastern, not Eastern. Where's Austin? Texas is what, Central or Mountain? Something daylight time anyway. Although, then figure out doesn't make any sense. Summer hours. Does Texas not observe daylight time? Figure out. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that more carefully. Writer Zora Neale Hurston, hope I'm spelling that right, home of the most literature Nobelists in history. France, I guess. Didn't know that, but cool. Suppose. I don't know. I don't know. Greece's largest airline. Doesn't this have the name of Greece in Greek is called Hellas. I thought that the airline also had that in there somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where or how. Doc scene for sinusitis, an ear, nose, and throat specialist, you could see. Only video game to sell 300 million copies. Whoopsie daisy. Oh no, I lost it. Is Minecraft. Common daytime spots for first dates are cafes. Moolah is some slang word for money here that I'm not seeing. Asian city one can view within Instagram. Oh, in the word Instagram. Agra, I guess. The home of the Taj Mahal is contained within the word Instagram. Oh, it's Aegean Airlines. Okay, so not Hellas, but the Aegean Sea gives its name to that. To suppose is to reckon, and moolah could be kale. Kale is a slang word for money? I had no idea. Okay, weird. Moped, not moped, moped alternative. Gosh, homophones, am I right? Homonyms, not homophones. I don't know though. E-scooter? Maybe this isn't gets into, maybe this is something else. Anyway, this might be an e-scooter. And then this would be central daylight time. That is okay. Figure out could be deduce. And instead of gets into, this could be goes into. Okay. Certain Kool-Aid favorite flavor, green, was green or grape maybe. Grape Kool-Aid makes more sense. I know like blue sometimes is a flavor unto itself, but maybe not green. Literature detective whose final case is in 1975's Curtain. Literary detective. maybe it's not deduce. So I could think of Hercule Poirot. That would make this not deduce. Let me see. What might prompt someone to close a window? Yeah, I don't think this is deduce after all. So let's go with Hercule Poirot and see what that gives us. Blank platter, Chinese restaurant offering. Oh, this is obviously, okay, this is determine. I forgot that there was still a mine left to get here. So I think that should be the last one, determine, and then to sabotage is to undermine. What kind of platter is this, though? What might prompt someone to close a window? Slangily. Something's still not right here. Carded is ID'd, as in at a bar. Doing business. Open, as in a store. Oh, what might prompt someone to close a window on a computer is an update pending. And then your eye, not the verb to eye, but your eye is a peeper, which means this is a poo-poo platter. I've never heard of that, but okay, let's see. Wow, okay, so this is pretty fun. And they've put the mines in for us, so that's pretty cool too. Yeah, so a really fun idea for a theme here. We had yesterday's grid kind of played on the Spelling Bee New York Times game, and then this one as well is bringing back the old Minesweeper game from the old Windows. Probably Windows 3.1 is when it first came out. I'll have to double check on that, but a really, really cool concept, and with some limitations too. I mean, having the numbers in the black squares, as I mentioned, means that you could only, not you, but Aiden could only place the mines adjacent to black squares, and so I can imagine that would have been a little limiting in how many and where he could have placed those. But a good job to find crossing entries, intersecting entries that both had MINE in the middle of them, and to place them appropriately, and then of course to include the mine rebus as well in the Minesweeper, in the revealer as well. So yeah, some pretty tricky clues in addition to the theme entries. I would say most of them just sort of part of speech confusions. I wonder if I can even find. I mean, this one is fun. Didn't trick me up too much, but hardly anyone counts on this anymore. Is good. Leveled the playing field for mode is another good word play. Suppose, I guess, isn't really wordplay, but can have a number of different senses. Among others, I don't think was maybe intended to be a pun, but this got me for some reason. Like, this literally et al. just means, and others. So that's kind of a literal translation, but the phrase among others, sort of made me think of something else. Its hands might be near one of yours for a watch. I'm still not sure about pin number. I think this is probably talking about like an anniversary pin that you might get for like having served 10 years with a company, or for the government or something like that. You might get like a 10-year pin. I think that's what's going on here. What might prompt someone to close a window is a really good clue for this. That's quite clever. What else? There were some downs as well. That was what may come after many years. Is very clever for a go. This one I still don't really know about. I've not really heard kale. I mean, you hear this it feels like one of these things that's like association by association, like that money can be slangily described as green, and then maybe from there you get kale. Kale is a green, a leafy green, So I don't know. Crane's Place is very tricky there. I thought of the bird and of the brothers of the sitcom Frasier, but not of the Crane game at first. And then I got thrown off by moped and thought it was moped for a half a second. Out of the park also. I mean, there was in the wordplay column yesterday, there was a hint that was basically a sort of a faux hint that was like, if you don't know what a clue is about, assume it's about baseball, and this is one of those. And I don't know what a poo-poo platter is, so I'm going to look that up and find out. But anyway, that is the puzzle for Thursday, October 2nd. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a like. I certainly would give this theme a like if I could, but I will speak highly of it nevertheless. A great theme from Aiden Deschong. And if you want to know when I'm posting the next one, hit subscribe. You'll get those notifications. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a great one.